2TC is an achievement in Bloons Tower Defense 6 when you need to complete a chimps game with only 2 towers placed down. Today we're going to be doing this with the Overclock and the Ray of Doom. We're going to aim for a 230 engineer and then we'll summon our Dartling Gunner down. Probably going to be over here so that the Ray of Doom is always shooting down towards the left, where the entrance of the map is, along with this huge straight line up here. So far we have a 200, we're going to go to a larger surface area soon. Then after that, deconstruction and then cleansing foam for both camo balloons and lead balloons. Here's deconstruction and then very soon cleansing foam. How's round 15 going to go? Very well actually. Get all these sentry guns down here to pop the balloons with. And here's some cleansing foam. Let's put you over here so that you're not bunched up over here where balloons can go around this area multiple times, impacting the PS of the foam itself, which we only want to use on the camos and the leads when they are in those statuses. Here is the Dartling Gunner. We're going to lock you over here, and hopefully for the rest of the game we will not need to micro you, although at some point we may need to do that, considering the fact that, well, the tip of the plasma accelerator does more damage than the beam itself. Round 24, camo balloon, not an issue. Mainly it's the lead for the cleansing foam since, well, by default, our Dartling Gunner with advanced targeting can pop camos. Faster barrel spin for round 27 and beyond. We're going to definitely need it. Who's going to say no to more fire rate, sorry. Round 27. Sometimes it can be a big issue when it comes to PS, but not in this case. And thanks to having cleansing foam, our sentry guns are able to pop lead balloons. Not able to pop frozen balloons. I think there's a special damage type of that where a tower can pop anything but a frozen balloon. Glacial Metal Freeze, I believe it's called. Laser Shock. Sometimes you just want to have this tower rather than going laser cannon, but we do get more PS with laser cannon than we do with the darts, but this is a sharp attack and laser cannon is a energy attack. Quite literally the worst damage type that there is in the entire game. Can't pop purples and cannot pop leads. Okay, we're having a few issues on this round, but we've got laser cannon now, which means we can punch through, yeah, as you can see there, can punch through more balloons per projectile. Not per dart, because we don't have any darts anymore, it's per projectile. Can you believe that laser cannon has 0 2TCs to its record? Because it's the energy typing. Energy typing is such a dreadful damage type. And it's especially bad for round 99 since, well, it can only hurt the MOABs on that round. Sorry, correction. Fortified MOABs. Once the DETs go down to the regrow camo, so ceramics, it can do justice, but it has to get to the stage in the first place. Next up, we're going to get Plasma Accelerator, then we're going to get Overclock, and then from there, the Ray of Doom. Now have money for Plasma Accelerator, and literally in the name, it is a plasma attack, which is better than energy because we can pop leads. Round 49, as you can tell, there isn't really much going on since the Plasma Accelerator is soloing this entire round. Don't need to worry about moving the tip of the beam here, considering that the beam itself does enough damage in order for the MOABs to go down. So our next issue is probably round 63. Like, the BFB is not going to be an issue for our current setup here. But in the future, we may need to take this out of locked and put it into first. Also put Overclock on the Plasma Accelerator there. Although I feel like for round 62 we may need to overclock the Overclock itself. With the trend with the more recent updates, I feel like at some point Ninja Kiwi is going to axe the normal damage type of the Ray of Doom and turn it into Plasma, but then give it other benefits as well. If you ever put more Pierce in compensation for the Plasma damage type, we're going to have a few words, Ninja Kiwi, for goodness sakes. This main doesn't need more Pierce. This is the Pierce machine. Now, can we do round 60 without moving the cursor? I think we did. I think we just did that. Okay, round 62. So far, oh gosh, I think I may have messed up with my placements. Oh gosh, I can't even damage those ceramics. And I just used the overclock ability as well. I even told myself to use overclock on the overclock. Well, fiddlesticks. Lucky our beam is just south enough so that we can still no, can't waste damage them because the purples are escaping. Oh, this is so bad. Do I need to restart this entire scenario just because of one mistake? Here's a tip. Concentrate on what you're doing. Otherwise, you're going to end up in a scenario where it's going to be impossible to escape out of. Isn't this fun? Correction, Metal Glacier Freeze cannot pop white balloons, but can pop frozen balloons. And what is the... I'm just looking at a damage type chart here, and there's nothing which is for not frozen balloons, as in like a damage type that cannot pop frozen balloons. It's like, normal and acid are the only damage types that can pop every kind of balloon. Fire can't pop purple. Plasma can't pop purple or glass. Glass is not in Balloon Sound Event 6. For some odd reason, in certain games, magic cannot pop ceramics. Explosions obviously can't pop blacks. Shatter cannot pop leads. Glacier cannot pop white or lead. Metal Freeze cannot pop either white or frozen. Energy cannot pop either purple or lead. We've already gone through that. It's the worst type ever. Shock cannot pop either frozen or lead. Cold cannot pop either white, lead, or frozen, which is still better than energy typing, for goodness sakes, because you're not always going to make your beloved tower or beloved balloons freeze, for goodness sakes. Here we go, round 62. Now we've placed overclock on the correct tower this time, meaning that we are actually able to get through this round. See the purples here, or their lack of success? Well, hopefully we can get this in the bag, but we're going to need some microing on this round. Yeah, we need some microing on this round. Come on, engineer, pop those bloody purple balloons. My favorite color, but one of my least favorite kind of towers to try and deal with. And that... Did I seriously just overclock that sentry there? For goodness sakes. Dumb things to do. Overclock a sentry. Because they're just going to disappear along with the ability usage as well. Aren't I just the coolest? Only on this channel would you ever be able to think that it's a good idea to use overclock on a little sentry? A green sentry of all things. There's not going to be any noteworthy rounds until 76 really, but I really want to talk about a OG 2TC I've been trying to do recently, which is literally this setup here, but your place down here, we get Ultra Boost, and this stays as the Plasma Accelerator. Round 98 is absolute pain, and then I went into Sandbox, and round 99 is even harder than round 98. Yeah, somehow round 100 is doable, but this does enough damage to MOAB class balloons outside of the Fortified DDT, is able to do decent damage against the bad with times 10 Ultra Boost stack, and this obviously also has the times 10 Ultra Boost stack because I like to be able to have as much attack speed as possible and be able to summon as many sentries as I possibly can. It all helps in the end, even though it's only a very little bit, considering it's a middle path engineer. It's not designed for damage, it's designed for support. But it could be damage if you give it the correct kind of buffs. Okay, so round 76. Regrow ceramics here, absolutely no chance. This thing has plenty of pierce. And if you utilize the tip of the Plasma Accelerator itself, it's going to be a fun ride in a way. Okay, so round 78. we've got more room for error on round 78 when it comes to preventing the error itself, or less room for error, sorry, because of the fact that the purples don't immediately spawn on this round. They appear about 2/3 of the way into the round, so therefore we have time to now, well, not even like right now, we can save it for just a little bit. Not too sure when, though. But I do want to use the overclock on the overclock at some point to summon down enough purple balloons in order to actually get through this scenario. So there is the BFB gone on this round. But I do want this because these purples are going to block our ability to pop the camo ceramics on this round. But keep it being in one place, and we're now down to just pinks, really, and occasional black balloons as well. And just wiggle about the tip, and you will be done with the round. Okay, round 79. What have we got when it comes to this round? A huge amount of regrow rainbows, but because of our damage and pierce, no need to worry about them. They are literally a non-threat as long as you keep the beam facing down to the left. No issues whatsoever. Why would you want to face it down here? It does nothing going down there. And you just create yourself more issues. So deal with these fortified BFBs one at a time. You don't need to worry about trying to damage them all at once when you just need to damage one of them at a time. So here we go. The ZOMG of the day, the easiest one of the day, considering they go up in health and speed as time goes on, as the rounds transpire by, and that is round. So yeah, what's going to be our next proponent? Well, in the name of fortified ceramics, we're going to have ourselves a fun time. Sorry, super fortified ceramics. Round 82 is a bit tougher than round 81. We've got fortified BFBs this round, but the fortified status poses a big threat to us because we have a far harder time trying to get that initial layer down on the ceramic so that we can actually get through round. So deal with each BFB one at a time so you can deal with the fortified ceramics, because I find the fortified ceramics much more difficult than the MOABs themselves because there's more in numbers. And they keep moving about all over the place, just more quickly. Just look at how much time it takes to actually pop these. Like, so annoying. Some of them pop too quickly, which means you have to deal with the speed from the fortified MOABs. If you keep wiggling about, hopefully you have the tip of a beam on them for long enough, but no, those MOABs are too close. And what else is fun? Sometimes the tip doesn't even follow your mouse. Perhaps a riskier play would be better. Get the ball rolling more quickly so that we can exterminate the ceramics while they're not as far along the track. Go a bit riskier, and hopefully we'll be able to go through this round. And it looks like it's actually working because we're now just down to the last two fortified BFBs of the round, and they're barely making their way through the track. Ooh, there's those few there. We'll ignore those two. We'll pretend those two don't even exist, okay? And there goes the remaining balloons. I'm just going to turn auto start off just so that we can align ourselves, because we're going to need to aim straight down here around 83. You're going to see why. Just look at how far the fortified ceramics go. Literally an absolute death sentence if we're not careful on this round. We're going to hit a pierce cap with these. Nope. Keep the beam aimed down here and we will have great success. Oh, there's barely any balloons going down south. That's brilliant. Okay, keep the beam, or keep the tip of the beam there. Okay, round 85. What's going to be the deal here? Well, first put some overclock on and then deal with these ZOMGs independently. We do not want to try and deal with too many of them simultaneously. Let's keep a beam there, actually. Whittle them down. And do the same for you, but probably in a slightly different position. We're 3k away from the Ray of Doom. But until then, this is going to be the most difficult part of the game. But once we get Ray of Doom, it's game, set, and match. Like, you don't even need to overclock the Ray of Doom to get to round 100, honestly. Because it's just so freaking powerful. For round 87, we might need to deal with 2 CMGs at a time, just to try and get through the rounds. But we now have another issue here. Fortified BFBs. And these are tougher than the round 82 one. So this is going to be very interesting to say the least. We just need another 1,000 months to try and get the Ray of Doom, but this is going to be a bit of a trek in itself. And we do it though. That is the main goal. To get the Ray of Doom, after all, is in the title of the video. So therefore we should be able to get it, right? And again, unless this is an attempt to get to it, like with my attempt at Superstorm and Sky Shredder, or attempt at the Moab Domination Energizer, or my attempt at the Giant Condor and the Dark Champion. Which I imagine some people have mispronounced Giant Condor as something else. I won't say what it is, but you know where I'm going at. And how dare you go down such a path, even though I've got the idea of it into your mind, but still how dare you for even thinking of it. A giant balloon, that's what I'm trying to say. Or we can actually deal with these. Hopefully the first UMG would give us enough money, actually. I'm just thinking about it now. If we can just deal with the first UMG, that gives us hopefully 400 in order to actually get the Ray of Doom. Can we get it? Can we? Can we? Yes, we got it! Oh gosh. You balloons. You balloons. You have no idea what's going to happen now. Doom. That's what it is. Doom. And we can actually get a another 2 Megapops as well with just 2 towers down. DDTs inbound. Where were the DDTs? Bloons Tower Defense 6, you promised me DDTs. Where were they? Yeah, since the Ray of Doom just has so much pierce, damage is a non-issue when it comes to the backmost balloons. Honestly. There's just so much damage from this single tower. It's brilliant. It's definitely worth the 86,400 that you are patient enough to get while accumulating it in a Chimps game. It's not always the best strategy, though, to get a Ray of Doom in Chimps, considering it's such an expensive behemoth on a very monetary restricted mode. It's not like you can get yourself any monkey farms or alternate farm income sort of stuff, like Bottom Path Alchemist or Bottom Path NG, or even Obin. Or perhaps the Buccaneer middle path, or the middle path Heli, or something along those lines. May never know. So we put the overclock on, and actually we did much better against those UMGs than the other ones. Round 98. Yeah. It's just no competition. And then it's going to be round 99. Yeah, this is far easier than trying to do Ultra Boost Plasma Accelerator, for goodness sakes. Like, yeah, that round would be impossible for Plasma Accelerator and Ultra Boost, honestly. We're not going to move the Ray of Doom. I didn't even get to the end of a track here. That's brilliant. So yeah, folks, that is a 2 Megapops and 2 Tower Chimps. I would say the most difficult aspects of this particular 2TC is number 1, round 62, because of the sheer amount of purples. You really need to overclock the overclock in order to, number 1, for the engineer itself to fire enough nails out, but number 2, for the engineer itself to be able to produce enough sentries in order to actually deal with round 62. Some people say that bottom cross path is better, and that's only ideally for the effectiveness of each foam that you put out, along with the effectiveness of each nail that the nail gun produces. But honestly, just having more projectiles is much better than the effectiveness of per projectile from just the engineer itself. Like, I really appreciate the sentry guns that are deployed out of the engineer monkey when you go with the top cross path here. Like, it is pivotal, I say. And here is the star of the show, Ray of Doom. doing its absolute damnness to ensure that it brings doom to the balloons. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of this video down in the comment sections below, and if you want me to see me try and do like a like another one of those like I tried to do this 2TC with the Ultra Boost and the Plasma Accelerator, please do let me know. But you're not going to go past round 98 with it, and even if you do, then round 99 is just yeah, it's not going to happen. I'm just going to say it right now, it's not going to happen. Fortified DETs are just horrible. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody. Make sure to get your Easter collection stuff going on by playing the game normally. I only did it like this for this video because, well, it's better if you actually want to do a submission of something that's not been done before, or a combination that has been done but on a different map that it yet has done. Even if Ultra Boost and Plasma Accelerator was possible, I would say because of the straight lines on Resort, this is the only map that it would be possible on. Logs has too many barriers, or logs on it, sorry, and Scrapyard is Scrapyard. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, everybody.